Welcome back in. Final few minutes of the Postgame Show on this Tuesday. Do want to remind you that the craft beer card is back. You can spend $30 per brewery at 12 different craft beer locations all across the Midlands. That's a $360 value. That's 30 times 12. See, math, I can do it. And the card only costs you $79. Go to 1075thegame.com, click on Sweet Deals, and learn more. Earlier, we had the big story out there for you today that South Carolina is number one in the SEC when it comes to proximity of its football stadium to Waffle House at just 0.2 miles, with Alabama second at 0.4 and Georgia third at 0.6. A&M last at 69 miles away.
Nice.
That ain't walking distance, man.
It's not. Nor is it running distance.
Yeah, you just so
or driving distance.
You know, what's the equivalent of Waffle House? They have like at least Huddle House out that way.
I would guess, but
because Huddle House and Waffle House are almost the same. The difference, obviously, you know what? At Huddle House, you can get pancakes. Other than that, I'm really serious. Like you can get pancakes at Huddle House.
The only difference.
You can't get them at Waffle House. And before I have Elijah quiz me, our buddy Tim Frisbee hit me. Of course, Pops played for Carolina back in the day. He said, Coach Spurrier didn't like that Bojangles that used to be 500 feet from Willie B. He banned us from Bojangles and Bernie's. Wow. Quote, too much brown stuff. Well, the Bojangles is now a little farther away. And Bernie's is still down Bluff Road. Bernie's Chicken, top 3 chicken spot in Columbia, South Carolina. Bernie's Chicken
Never
is...
been?
Oh, you need to go, dude. Bernie's Chicken, fire.
Might go tonight.
That's what the kids say.
That is what the kids say.
Fire. I have kids.
You have kids, you hear them speak.
That's right. So thank you, Pops. Yeah, Coach didn't like that. I get it. Not during football season. You need to try to eat a little healthier.
Limit the fried chicken, sure.
But as Raymond's mom says on Everybody Loves Raymond, what is better for you than the foods you love?
That's a good point.
Huh?
That's a good point. So I want to steal it.
I've always remembered that one. All right. Years ago, our good friend Pearson Fowler, when he was with me, just made up a name of an NBA player. His name was Pascal Siakam. Just made up sounds and said, that's who is the second best player, because I didn't know. I was like, Kawhi Leonard now plays for Toronto. Who's the second best player on the team? And Pearson said, Pascal Siakam. And I was like, no. I was like, give me an actual player. He's like, no. He's really good. I was like, no, okay. I learned that Pascal Siakam was actually a person who was a very good NBA player. But today you said another name. I can't remember who.
Josh Okogie.
Yeah, and I said you're just making up another name to try and say that the Phoenix Suns have people other than the top 3 they have. But apparently that is a real player. And then you said Austin Reeves, and I was like, I know he's a real player. So now I'm going to be quizzed on whether I'll let you set this up.
That's right. Now, welcome to the first ever edition of Real NBA Player or a creation of Elijah Campbell's imagination. I'll name 6 names, and Jay, you're going to tell me if this is a real NBA basketball player or a creation of my imagination. We're going to start. Number 1, Dazana Diop.
Yes, real player.
All right, you're 1 for 1. So far, so good.
Not just sounds.
Former Dallas Mavericks backup center.
Okay.
Number 2, Rocco Wallace.
Oh, see, that sounds like it could be real, but now I think that you've made that up. But Rocco, yes, NBA player.
No, Rocco Wallace is a creation of my imagination.
Darn.
1 for 1.
All right.
One
out of 2.
Yeah,
All right.
1 out of 2.
All right.
Number 3, Hassan Richard.
Yeah, that's a real player.
It is not. That is a created player.
It sounds like
from
somebody.
my brain.
It sounds like somebody.
Not real.
All right.
Hassan Richard.
Dang it.
Doesn't exist.
Well, if this is baseball, I'm still doing okay.
But it's not baseball.
Yeah, I know.
Now, number 4, Alperen Sengun.
Oh, jeez. You know what? Yes.
There you go.
Yeah,
all right.
Wait, what's that one again?
That is 2, Alperen Sengun. He was a finalist for Most Improved Player center for the Houston Rockets. He's a baby, Nikola Jokic. He can play.
Okay.
Turkish national.
Wow.
Number 5, Bilal Koulibaly.
I know there's a lot of Koulibalys that play soccer because that's a popular last name in Africa. No.
Incorrect. That was the Washington Wizards' top 10 draft pick last season. Bilal Coulibaly, definitely real. All right, last chance.
All right.
Domantas Milosevic.
Again, sounds so plausible. Yes, NBA player.
Domantas Milosevic is not an NBA player. That is a fake created Lithuanian basketball player that I made up about 20 minutes ago.
So I was just 2 for 6.
2 for 6 on your first ever edition of NBA player.
Who's the guy for Houston?
Player. Alperen Sengun.
All right, I'm going to have to follow him now. That's
He
the
can
one.
play.
That's the one that seemed the most unlikely.
And he's good.
That you just made up sounds and said, here we go. That was fun. Thanks to Derek Scott. Thanks to Mike Uva. Tomorrow on the program, our buddy Josh Kendall of The Athletic. We'll quiz him on some names, perhaps. We'll see you then.